have an amazing article, Trauma of Generations, where you describe how historical events are connected to the way the society adapts to the previous trauma, and how these effects change from generation to generation. Maybe you could describe the trauma that the Russian society is getting now, and how it can affect the future generations. Well, first of all, we can't say for sure how this will all develop in future, where it ends up. After all, military losses were not very much mitigated by the fact that at the level of values, they were justified. Yes, my father died, but he died defending his homeland. He died in the fight against fascism. I miss him, but at least I can be proud of him. This time, it won't be like this. Well, unless we have some kind of a closed regime like North Korean. To be honest, I do not believe in such a possibility. Russia is too large and complex as a country to just be separated from the world and arrange a closed, parallel reality for itself. Most likely this will not happen. Most likely in a few years it will be quite clear and understandable not only for some part of the society, but for the majority, that all this war was a cruelty and a crime. And on the one hand, it will not be as massive as the Second World War. That is, I hope that this war will not reach such proportions as then, when only military casualties were 20 million there. On the other hand, the perception of this war will be poisoned by this ethical context. What was it all for? Why? How can this affect today's children who in 10, 15, 20 years will begin to build a new society? This logic is also wrong, to think about the future all the time. It's like talking about orphans. Let's prove that it's bad for a child to be in an orphanage, because then they find it hard to find a job. Well, if it wasn't hard to find work in future, is it still normal that he's alone in a crib crying all night? Still, humanism assumes that something is bad, even if we do not know what the consequences will be, and something is just good because it's good. It's good to approach the child and comfort him when he cries. And it's bad if he cries alone in the crib all night. Even if in 2 days a meteorite falls on the earth and both child A and child B die, and there will be no long-term consequences of this. Even in this case, it's still good to approach to comfort, but to leave a child alone is bad. In this sense, it doesn't matter if we can't know now what will happen next. What happens now is still bad.